So yes, I'm the founder of YowPay. I come from the IT world and I was doing some Internet of the Objects already in 92. Then after some machine learning stuff in the 789. Then after I did some, my first card transaction on the Internet was in 96. What I did after, I did so many things. Then we did the Ecommerce website. First Ecommerce website was in 2000 based on very early technologies. And after we did a lot of streaming and server technologies. That's almost 30 years already. YowPay is a software as a service that helps consumer and merchant for peer-to-peer transfer. That software is not collecting any funds. It's a key for the merchant to be comfortable. We are providing help, signalization, and software help on both sides to make it easy to perform normal SEPA instant transaction. I mean, on our side, we do not collect any data on email, name, address, anything. So the merchant are comfortable that we are not going to remarket. YowPay started with a team of experts that all guys like me come from diverse horizons. I mean, e-commerce, ESP, software, hosting, network. So we have a global expertise of all technologies of the web and the mobile as well. And after all these years, we realized that e-commerce are totally locked and dependent of the card schemes. And sometimes their rules are really heavy, sometimes a bit discriminative. They apply what we believe unjustified cost based on the percentage of the business of the merchants. And at the same time, we have in the EU the SEPA transfer system that is almost free or just fixed cost base and most of the time now instant. The main challenge was to find a way to get instant SEPA transfer as easy as card payments, which is in fact the challenge. And after the COVID, we are now completely in a QR code world where you just order your coffee or to order your food, you scan a QR code with all what you can order. The restaurant, the street advertising also, most of them include QR codes. We saw this QR code for instant payment was already implemented and defined as European Payment Council since 2017. We tried to build something around this to go around the payment within the card schemes. And also something that was also important for us as a trigger, we were following the EPI, European Payment Initiative. When they canceled their project of European card scheme, it was kind of big deception for us. So we decided we have to do something ourselves. We just want to make it super easy on the consumer side to use their usual bank application, log in with Face ID and pay with SEPA Instant. That's our main goal, in fact, to make it as smooth and easy and as fast as possible for the consumer to be able to just grab the phone, scan a QR code, scan an IBAN and pay. So there are several SEPA methods. We saw that, at least in our experience, they were not really seamless or smooth in terms of user experience. Of course, the competition nowadays is called the PIS, Payment Initiative Service, but we find it heavy because the consumer, they receive a payment request in a web page or something like this. Then they have to select their country, select their bank, connect to their bank with credential like login and a password. Most of them do not have login and password for their bank in their mobile. The success rate of the transaction on PIS is quite low. We experience it already since a very long time because on product we had that PIS solution, of course, and it was quite low in terms of conversion. From the first look, enable banking looks similar to YowPay, but in fact, at least for our perspective, it's different. For us, enable banking is building low-level infrastructure to connect all the banks, and at least most of the banks in Europe. It's a heavy job and a difficult one to keep it alive and to have a maintenance on all this bank connection. On our side, we place ourselves more on the merchant side, providing service and added value service to merchants. So we are, from our business network, in contact with many merchants, and our objective is to facilitate their life and increase their transformation with very simple services, and also to help them reduce their global bank fee. There are some business cases where the margin is low, like if you have only 5% of brutto margin in your business, but you have 1% of transaction fee, it's already 20% of your margin that is going into payment fee. We really want and try to provide high-level services in building e-commerce APIs, inserting YowPay into the CMS or e-commerce CMS, and we even build a mobile application for point of sales that can help the merchant to request an instant payment from a customer in different type of shops. And we believe that some type of shops like luxury, like we have here in Monaco, or average basket is high. Of course, transaction fee based on percentage become super high. The most important, of course, is the transformation ratio. So if we help the merchant to sell more transactions, more customers, and to reduce their load, of course, for the merchant side, let's say the most important parameter for them is always more the transformation, of course. But again, also the fee are important in certain type of, and also they value the simplicity of the system, especially the onboarding is also super fast. We have no heavy KYC, KYB process because we rely on KYC and KYB already done by the banks on two ends. So we are just processing data in between. We are not in the financial stream. Open banking is at the root of what we offer. Without open banking, it would have been super difficult to even think about the YowPay product. Of course, we could have used the EBIX connections or stuff like this, or corporate APIs, but the standardization is super low of this. Logics for us to declick was around open banking because open banking is mandatory and it should become standard, we believe, in the coming days, weeks, years. From the early days of the 90s, we have a kind of passion for technology, and I was always pushing teams to search, dig really for the most efficient technologies and the simplifications. That's something I believe I have in me since I kind of maybe genetic stuff. We are still applying this since the beginning. Yeah, it's my passion. So I like the surf I have behind industrialization of technology and also pushing my team to improve in terms of skills and knowledge every day. At the beginning of the project, decide to evaluate the providers on the market. We test about 7 of them. The 3 critical response time, performance, coverage of number of banks in our field, which is Europe, and quality of the support. Enable banking show up as the best one in this evaluation process that we did really in a scientific manner. Enable banking is for us financially affordable, is matching with our business model. In terms of coverage, enable banking is good for the country we target. And in terms of quality of service, until now it was way above in terms of quality of the support, interaction with the sales guys. Many of the interaction we had with them could help us also to improve our knowledge and productivity in the project. Response to interactivity with the people is much better than most of the others. And the reaction in case of demand, we feel with Enable Banking a real will to help us to grow.